you certainly stuck to your construction timeline. You handed over units. When did you start building Skyline and marketing, sales and marketing?
The project was launched beginning of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we did our groundbreaking on the 18th of April, 2015.
Which is a date I bet you will never forget.
Yes, of course, it's also because it's one day after my birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, then throughout the whole process, we topped out at an amazing speed. We topped out on 27th of March 2017. So it's less than 2 years later, we topped out a whole 39-story building, total of 90,000 square meters, which is pretty fast at about time. And then within the next 1 year, we fully got the whole building for handover. So effectively, for Skyline, we were poised to hand over 6 months prior to our deadline. 6 months.
That's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah.
So so getting to sort of some of the points on the impact of coronavirus. Yeah, it's sort of perfect time for Realestate.com to be interviewing and talking to you today, because you sort of sit as a neutral point, but of course you're always keeping an eye on sort of the market, for locally and internationally, and looking for other opportunities. I guess for you, how has coronavirus impacted you as a developer, the developer of Skyline? Obviously, there's a lot of tenants there, and how have you gone about sort of, what sort of pressures has coronavirus caused for you as?
Basically, if you ask me, surprisingly, coronavirus didn't affect our rental.
Right.
Or rather, when coronavirus actually came, our lease actually got better.
Right.
We actually got better. So, of course, we definitely need to take necessary precaution for the temperature checking and the entry and stuff like that. So, as a developer-wise for this particular building, our lease is decent. It is picking up. Or rather, I just let go 1 unit yesterday, and today it was rented out again.
Right.
So the lease-wise is good. As a for us, because our building is already built and it's a project already developed, finished, I'm actually looking around for other projects and also seeing the progress of other developments. And I'm actually very surprised to see that nearly all the projects around the vicinity of my building, the work is still undergoing.
Construction, right?
The construction is still undergoing. I mean, regardless of whether the sales is good or not for these new projects, I reckon that the sales should have slowed down. Why? Because majority of the buyers are foreigners, whether it be Chinese, Singaporeans, Malaysians. So they will need to fly down, right, to do any purchase. Basically, that's a traditional way of buying a property, to view it and stuff like that. So with coronavirus and there's so much restriction in cross-border travels, so I believe the sales will slow down slightly. However, that doesn't affect the construction progress of at least the building within my visual vicinity. And that is where I'm actually feeling it's very impressive. It's very impressive that a lot of these developers are actually very cash rich.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, obviously, the natural next question is, why do you think that is, right? And we were saying before off the live stream that, a lot of the developers here are cash rich, and therefore, would you say there's post-coronavirus, there's still confidence in this market from local and international buyers?
Okay. Let's split it up into 2 ways. My personal point of view. So it's in my opinion, split it up 2 ways. One is from an external point of view, and one is from an internal point of view. So for myself, a lot of people ask me why the Cambodian market. So they say that Cambodian market, there's not much leveraging that you can do. The financing. I mean, to do financing for a property is so much more restricted. Even if you do financing, the interest rate is high. Now, if you were to do developments, let's say in Malaysia or other countries, then you're leveraging, you're better gearing. So that is of course the negative side of it. But the positive side is everybody over here is all cash play. So it means you really need to have cash to develop these developments as such. The price of the building will only be going up. Or rather, in times like coronavirus, the developers, they are not desperate to sell at huge discounts. Right. Because they are not pressed by interest loan, the loan interest. So as such, I believe that the downside of the property prices in Cambodia is pretty much controlled.
Yeah.
However, the upside, they're very huge upside. Why? Because as countries develop, the natural extension of the natural progress is for banks to start financing. And once banks start to finance, the property price will naturally go up.
Right.
And that is where we as developers, so that is why we are also putting some of our units, is hoping for the one day to come.
Would you say that this is quite speculative? I'm not a developer, obviously. Would you say that there's more banks now willing to do home loans on condos than there were previously? I mean, for me, sort of the general spread of banks here were always very, very interested in home loans in the landed property market and really backing that middle class growth in Cambodia. But certainly from my side, I'm seeing a lot more banks being open to doing home loans with condos. Certainly the ones that are finishing or almost finishing or completed. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, I'm not. That is not what I meant. But to answer your question, I see that there are more banks trying to give bank loans. However, like I said, the interest is
High. Yes.
very high.
Yeah.
So alternatively, there are a lot of developers who actually also do extend progressive payments to their home buyers. So, like I said, because all these developers, they might either have taken a loan of lower interest in their home country,
right?
That even if they were to do a 6-7-8% per annum on the extension for their deferred payment, it will still be pretty. Yeah, it will still be profitable for them.
Yeah, I mean, you were coming from a point from a developer financing point, and then I'm not saying that I'm seeing a lot of banks sort of get behind developments and do the developer financing, but certainly for individual buyers, they seem more
there are
interested.
There are also developers that ask the extend the progressive payment for owners.
Right.
So means let's say owners they cannot pay the immediate payment, then some developers actually extend deferred payment for the particular owners. Instead of up 50%. Banks now, I do not know because right now I'm not I didn't see the many banks recently regarding understanding the financing options, but I believe that the options are getting more.
We're certainly seeing that from a Realestate.com.kh point of view. So then, sort of, we mentioned before, you're always keeping a keen eye on the Cambodian property market. You're not necessarily seeing developers have to do big discounts to move units during this time, but are you seeing sort of are there some good deals out there for landed property or condo buyers at the moment amid coronavirus?
Okay, to be honest, I read from the developers, we do not, or rather, I'll say this, unless you specifically know the developer yourself, I doubt that average buyers who just work and ask developer, they will have massive discounts everywhere.
Right.
Okay. One, because like I said, many of these developers actually do have already prepared funds to do their developments prior to pre-sales. Yeah. So the fact is that coronavirus probably has been around for the last 3 months. So any developer, they probably might have 6 to 9 months of reserve cash to continue the building of their project.
And in the resale market, sort of, are you seeing any?
In the resale market, I see small.
Yeah.
Just as you also know that from the Propease, so Propease we actually deal with a lot of owners directly. Yeah. So for these, we actually have met pretty many owners who actually ask us to help them find the buyers to sell their resale property. Yeah. However, the price wise, they are also not going for huge discount. Because why? Majority of them are paid cash. Right. Right. So when for myself now, I'm speaking to my partners that you know what, when I see now any good discounts, property good discounts, I'll definitely go for it. Because it's not easy. I mean, I won't say it's not easy, but unless you really know them when you buy bulk purchase, then you will get to enjoy the discounts. Yeah. Makes sense. Which brings us on to
sort of land and land prices. You said before you visited Sihanoukville before deciding and choosing Phnom Penh as your first development here in Cambodia. So you recently went back to Sihanoukville. Is that a bit of a research mission, and what's happening with land prices in Sihanoukville? Have they, obviously in the Sihanoukville market, there's been some other pressures like the sort of changes in legislations and changes in sort of trade with Europe, and of course the online gambling ban in Cambodia, which sort of the market there was certainly at a great height in terms of Chinese and international investment during that time. So sort of, can you give us an idea of land prices in Sihanoukville, but also how it's changed since you first went there, probably went there during the height of the market, and what your thoughts are now in Sihanoukville?
Okay, when I first went to Sihanoukville, that was 2014. At that point of time, nothing. It was very empty. Yeah. So actually, when I came to Cambodia, it was to do a project at Sihanoukville. I went out there, it was just vegetation. Yeah. It's just a dump site. So when I went back over the years, the whole Sihanoukville market has boomed, and it was growing very, very fast. It is fast to the extent that you will feel that any other market is slow. Yeah. It's fast to the extent that any other market is slow. Or rather, another place that I saw that has that many buildings that's sprouting up is Dubai. Right. It's Dubai in fact for their Expo 2020. So which I went in February this year. I was just there about 3 months ago. A friend of mine always talks about that. Yeah. So when I saw Dubai and I saw Sihanoukville, it's just the same. The way the speed they are growing is exponential. Yeah. Yeah. But ever since the criminalizing of the online casino, and recently when I went back down there, unfortunately the whole place is quieted down. Pretty much. The development, the construction has slowed down. There are a lot of, basically, there are more empty buildings down there. Why? Okay, I will not say that whether is it the economy or not, because there are a lot of factors, and we cannot singularly highlight a particular factor. Yeah. Because why? Number one, massive roadworks are being done in Sihanoukville now. So when I first went there after Chinese New Year, so that was just the start of coronavirus. Yeah. Or I nearly vomited in my car because it was so bumpy. Right. Did you drive from here to? I drove from Norman. My driver drove. So, but within the city, I couldn't make it. It was so bumpy. And then there were piping works being done. You cannot walk to the shops and stuff like that. So that might have also caused one of the decrease in the traffic of humans. Second, it's also probably because Sihanoukville is primarily visited by Chinese, and I believe a lot of Chinese now, they still haven't come back to Cambodia, especially those who went back to Chinese New Year. Sure. So ever since Chinese New Year, they're stuck in China all the way to now. Not that they cannot come in now, is that if they come in and they go back to China, they'll be quarantined again. Right. Right. So, however, you see the macro, the whole scope of Sihanoukville with the massive, beautiful roads that's being built. I believe that Sihanoukville will go back to its own high. Okay. However, probably it will take another probably 2 to 3 years. Yeah, I'm also a bit of a champion of this. Yes. I feel like whilst I think I said it last week, and I've said it on other panels. Yeah, like whilst of course there's owners, buyers, developers, traders suffering in the short term for sure, right? And we don't wish that upon anyone. Like certainly the online gambling ban, coronavirus, it has at least given the government a chance to get in there and build the infrastructure. Because as I said last week on our first industry leaders live stream, it's like not even they could have forecasted the growth. Right? Okay. So not even they can forecast like what sort of infrastructure is needed. Yeah. So I too, and I can't forecast how long it'll take, but I think I agree with you. It'll
will return to its former.
I believe it will return to the former. I mean, based on the geographical location.
Yes.
And then the fact is that the first batch of Chinese in the last 2-3 years has already plowed in so much investments. And then with the investments from the government to build up the roads. And recently I went back 2 days ago. The roads is wide from the airport when you turn right to the beachfront. It's like 3 by 3. All the way is beautiful, and they are doing it very fast.
Right.
Very fast.
Yeah, I remember we went down there at the height of the activity down there, and it took us from driving from Phnom Penh to Sihanoukville. It took 10 hours.
Oh,
10 hours.
very long.
Right. So for anyone that's sort of watching, and probably before the height of the development in Sihanoukville, I think maybe it would have taken from Phnom Penh to Sihanoukville, even with the roads the way they were, it only took 5 hours, maybe 5 to 6. And four for the Formula One drivers in Cambodia. Super fast for some. So now it's what you're saying. You've recently been there and you're seeing this infrastructure developments and the roads. So yeah, at least it's giving everyone time to sort of input the needed infrastructure. And then sort of as the market starts to come back, developers start construction again. I think it'll end up being a really healthy mix of, fun, casinos, some of that old sort of beach hut style, resort style stuff will happen.
It's a mixed eco
system, right? Yeah, which will be a great tourist hub for Cambodia again. I agree with you on that for sure. So what's next for you as a developer, I guess?
Well, we actually in the last 2 years, we actually been looking for projects to embark on. And we have visited a few different lands. Of course, in the last 2 years, price has hiked up so much in terms of land.
Yeah.
But when I say that, because land prices, more developers are coming to develop. So the land price compared to 5 years ago, there's a difference.
Yeah.
So we were looking for new lands to do. Actually, we were supposed to launch a project last year, but we decided to wait a while. Then it came to coronavirus. So we subsequently now we delayed it again. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, a particular project will be anywhere between 2 to 3 years. Yeah. So delaying a year to make sure that we are in a less risky position. I think it's a better decision than to rush and go into a project and then later to meet financial difficulties. Yeah, that's for sure. At the end of the day, all of us want to be a responsible developer. Then we will only start project that we are capable of finishing. So I think that was still a good call. But now, basically for us, we are still looking for smaller plots of land, probably to do developments that can turn over faster. Right. Anything that can turn over within 1.5 to 2 years. Those kind of smaller, compact size, probably anywhere from 100, 150 to 200 units. Yeah. We're looking for that one.
Without giving your secrets away, obviously, like what sort of areas are you looking to develop in?
For now, we are still looking at doing in North Bend. Yeah. If you ask me which area, not really much. There are not many areas. I mean, for smaller plots of land, you can still find within the city center. But of course, at the end of the day, it's still price. But we are still very. I mean, for myself, I'm a pro. Although Skyline is in one area, right? We are looking for land around BKK1. Also, our first choice is to BKK1. Yeah.
And then, sort of a question without notice. There's so many new launches through 2019 and through 2020. There has been a few sort of in Q1 for new condo launches, and I'm sure once coronavirus sort of goes away, hopefully, there'll be launches. There's certainly more sort of condominium projects slated to launch. How do you sort of go about? Certainly, it comes from a lot of Westerners and my friends. How do you go about answering the question, who's going to live in my condo? If I invest in this unit, who's going to live in this property? How am I going to rent it
You're saying that now in the market?
Not now in coronavirus, but like if post-coronavirus, you know, like you're looking to develop more condominium projects, we certainly think there's a huge rental market with the emerging middle class. But how do you go about sort of answering those questions that we both get asked? Who's going to live in these apartments? Just the rate of development has been, you know, since you probably launched your project, you've seen, you know, probably hundreds of new developments that have launched. So I guess from someone that is not in the real estate industry or is a tourist, they look up at these buildings and they say, who's going to rent these apartments?
So you're asking who are the people who might?
Yeah.
Basically, for us, when we look across, for example, Skyline, we have a good mix of Chinese, even Singaporean, Malaysian, even Westerners from US. They do stay. Basically, if you ask me, the current market, I still reckon there will be more Chinese, at least in the next 1 to 2 to 3 years, because majority of the projects down here are actually Chinese projects. Yeah. So every of these Chinese projects, they will necessarily have manpower. As for the long term, I still feel it's going to be Chinese. Yeah, right. It's still going to be Chinese who will be renting the units.
Yeah. Which is a huge, I mean, the Chinese is a huge driver of the economy, foreign direct investment. I think, you know, a healthy mix is really positive for the market, right? Certainly what we're seeing from Realestate.com.kh is a real, we always said in marketing, so probably 4 or 5 years ago, we always used to say, you know, Cambodians buy condos as a second home or a second place or as an investment, but certainly we're seeing developers not shift their focus away from international buyers, but certainly package their product up for local Cambodian buyers for the condo market. We're certainly seeing a lot more leads from the local market now too. So I think, I don't want to repeat myself on the live streams, but because I said this last week as well, but we're certainly seeing that the bores are spreading out sort of further away from the city, and those younger Cambodians are starting to think, hey, right, yeah. And
I believe that convenience is something that the younger crowd we're going for. I mean, at the end of the day, if you realize that all the tech apps that are coming up now are all pointing towards delivery, which means convenience. So from last time, you have to go and shop for your own clothes, now you go on e-commerce website, e-commerce apps. Yeah. Then last time you have to go and order a takeaway and you can drive there. Now it's all takeaway app, including delivery. So delivery is what? It's for convenience. So I think the younger crowd, the younger generation, convenience is a very huge factor. And the most convenient in terms of living is to live in the city. Yeah. And being younger crowds, they can accept staying in condominium because it's about facility, it's about lifestyle, it's about luxury. Right. More than just land. It's more than just area and size.
Yeah, we're certainly seeing this too. So I think now, whilst we used to probably use it as a bit of marketing talk 4 or 5 years ago, we're certainly seeing that an uptake in Cambodians' interests in the condo market, which I think provides a really healthy mix of investors that will be trying to rent their units out, probably to
because these
foreigners.
When the Cambodians are accept condominium, then pretty much the market is more sustainable.
Correct.
The market is more sustainable.
Yeah. And then, so I guess today what we've discussed, so somewhat of your journey in Cambodia, and we've discussed sort of what developers are currently doing in terms of sales, and the construction's continuing, and they're cash rich, right? So they don't need to, like, there's not across the board like a super need for them to put like a 60% discount on PropTech, which also points to the fact that there's real belief that post coronavirus that this is still a great market. because the developers still believe in it, the agents still believe in it, and obviously the buyers do too, because whilst leads have probably slowed down a little bit for a lot of developers and agents, they haven't stopped. Is that what you're seeing as well?
So leads?
Yeah, leads and sales.
I think the leads companies will still coming for the developers.
Yeah.
However, the sales definitely will slow down.
Yeah.
Why? Because more buyers, they are more cautious how to use their cash right now.
Yeah.
So I mean that is a fact.
Yeah.
Especially with some new. I mean the fact that you buy a Cambodia property is definitely a home investor. Right. So it will definitely not be your first property investor. So and you're definitely a new upper class. Okay, so the demographics of these particular customers are within probably 35 onwards. Yeah. Probably mid-level managerial position onwards. So now they're actually facing a particular crisis in their own personal or own career. If you are in business, you are facing a cash crunch. So basically for now, I believe that people they are inquiring, but they are not putting the dollar down unless they see some offers that they cannot resist.
Correct. Which probably leads to our next point. That's what we're seeing too. People are certainly inquiring, they want to get into the market, whether they're a local sort of first-time buyer or a local buyer. Internationals are certainly inquiring, but they're sort of, they want that deal, right? They want that deal, especially they think they should be getting a deal during coronavirus, which leads us into the Black Friday property sale event that we're talking to you as Skyline's bringing you on board the event. So we spoke about like there's not a blanket sort of need for developers to do a 60, 70% discount. There's no desperation there because everyone believes in the market. But the Black Friday property sale event powered by Realestate.com.kh that we're running on the 12th of June, which is a Friday from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. to really try and stimulate the real estate economy during this time and give developers the opportunity to sort of generate a few sales during coronavirus, but also present these deals to these buyers that are obviously looking for them. I guess we can start like, what are your thoughts about the Black Friday event when I first came to speak to you?
Okay, when to be honest, when you first spoke to me about this Black Friday event, at the point of time, because like Skyline is already a pretty finished game, and we didn't have any bank loans, and then for us and my partners, our mentality that if we can just hold a property, we just hold. So to me at the point of time, it didn't really relate to me that I should even bother giving a discount. Yeah. You know, because like I said, and that is what a lot of developers are thinking. Because there are very little gearing or even very little bank loans involved in the whole development. So of course, lucky that my partners, they are also they're very strong, and that's why we're fortunate that we can finish up really so fast and so early. Yeah. However, when you spoke to me to take out some of my building, some of our units to sell, I feel that it was quite a good proposition for people to understand and also know more about our property, our development. Yeah. But what actually excites me more was that I now finally can just sit in front of a laptop for 4 hours and I start picking up good deals. Right. Instead of me needing to go and find the developers or find the development, right? To find out which deal is good. Yeah. When you told me about that, I wasn't so worried or wasn't so enticed of my property to sell. I was more attracted that, okay, now I can start getting good deals. Right. Without needing to go through the hassle.
That's a really, really good angle, right? So even me as a potential buyer, I'm looking for these deals.
I'm definitely looking for it. I'm actually waiting for 12th of June. Yeah. And then and so what I told my staff were try to find out try to understand what are the developers that are coming on board. Yeah. Try to find what is the pricing now, and then we start to pinpoint which we want. Right. Yeah. Yes, because I believe that there'll be some very attractive deals.
Oh, there'll be some awesome deals. There are. We So anyone that is registered so far, we haven't displayed any of the projects on the front end of the website yet. We've done a little bit of marketing, sort of teasing the audience about what developers to expect on the event. But next week, the homepage of the website will start to display some of the developers that are on board, and we'll continue to do that through this month. So people will be able to start to see which developers are on board the event, so they can do a bit of research. Certainly, if someone's based in Cambodia, they might be able to get to the showroom, give us a call, learn more about the development. Obviously, visit Realestate.com.kh or the Black Friday property sale event website and start to learn about that development.
Yes.
Sort of we fast-tracked a lot of this stuff amid coronavirus. So a lot of these listings have the 360 tours, floor plans, videos, so people buyers can familiarise themselves with those projects. Through marketing, we'll give an indication of the discounts that might be available. So advertise the top discount and things like that. But it's not until the day where we will reveal the discounts. Yeah. So
I think it's a very good. It's a very good event for potential buyers or buyers who want to invest. Why? Because Realestate.com.kh has already done all the
we've found the best
all the works. We have done all the difficult works, and we are just picking the fruits.
Right.
And that's why when I heard of Black Friday, I was like, I love this. And that is why I also, when you told me, I said, okay, I'll gladly put in some units to sell, because I believe that this can also boost up, stimulate the economy. But of course, for me, as an investor myself, I'm seeing this as a very good avenue to find good deals.
Yeah, and that's what we want to do, because a lot of developers were coming to us and saying, hey, how can you help us out during this time? But also inquiries is sort of saying like, hey, I'm interested in this condo, but is there any special discount at this time? And as we know, like some developers are doing really good deals at the moment, and some, as we discussed earlier, don't have to. So in theory, you're exactly right. We've brought together a collection of sort of top developers that are offering a good deal during this time. So sort of interesting to get your perspective from a potential buyer point of view, because we have done a lot of the hard work. We shouldn't stop the live stream without talking a little bit about Propease. Of course, you're the CEO of Propease, and we're both passionate about PropTech in Cambodia, and you're helping a lot of developers at the moment with the handover of units. So tell us a little bit about how that works. So it's sort of on the property management side. For a long time, I was very lost. For a long time, I thought it was a bit of a competitor to Realestate.com, which we've cleared here.
Yes, yeah.
And we can definitely work together.
Yes.
Right? We can help sort of. I'll let you explain first, and then maybe I'll come in to explain how Realestate.com also fits into the ecosystem.
Okay, basically, because as a developer myself, and also as a property owner, as an investor myself, previously I loved to buy real estate because that is one of the safest class of investment. So, however, real estate investment also comes with its own sets of hassles. Especially if you want to buy overseas real estate. So where the hassles, the buying and selling is the easiest, right? But after you buy, the whole process after the purchase, from your inspection of your unit, from furnishing the unit, to finding an agent to rent your unit, and also find an agent to sell your unit. As an investment, there must be an entry and there must be an exit. A lot of owners only know how to buy, but they didn't realize they can't sell. So for Propease, so what is Propease? Propease is actually a PropTech platform. The PropTech app is an app that this app connects global property owners to local service providers and agents for the property management. So what we want to change is the way people do property management. So in future, through Propease, now property owners no longer need to physically fly down to the countries, and they can still have accessibility to the agents in Cambodia. Likewise, through the app, they can have visibility of the whole progress for the whether is it inspection, whether is it furnishing, rental, or resale. And likewise, and the most important is fund security. Yeah, because when you haven't engaged this agent before, to pay this agent for furnitures or whatever, you have to cross the trust barrier. Yeah, which makes a lot of property owners not willing to do that. So they will still physically apply. And can you imagine if there are 100,000 units in Cambodia, you're talking about 100,000 flights in and out. Right. It's ridiculous, it's crazy. Right. So Propease can actually facilitate and streamline the whole property management process by allowing property owners to get access to agents in the market. Of course, can they also find for agents on Realestate.com.kh? They can definitely find. However, they will have to find one by one and give them a call. So on Propease is they will just need to put in what service they want. They choose the service that they want. They input the property address, and then after that, post for a job. Right. So this post will then notify the agents within our database, and these agents will then bid for the jobs. Yeah.
So if we can take someone on a journey. So let's say someone's based in Singapore. They're seeing, let's use Skyline.
Yes.
They're seeing Skyline as a new development for sale on Realestate.com.kh. So we're working with you, the developers, advertising and marketing with us. Yes. Someone in Singapore sends the inquiry through Realestate.com.kh. They might fly here, they might negotiate with the developer online, and they decide to buy that unit. Then 2 or 3 years later, that unit's finished. That property owner can have a Propease account, obviously. Then they can feed it. Let's say they need the unit furnished. They can put a job out to a furniture company and they can furnish the unit. If they want to rent the unit out, they can put it to
they can just post a job
to the agents. The agents bring it back onto Realestate.com. Realestate.com can generate the rental lead. Yes. For example, or of course for resale, right? Yes. So in theory, the buyer that bought Skyline 3 years ago wants to resell their unit. They can post a job to the agents. They can post a job to all the agents on the Realestate.com network, for example, one day, and they can then resell that unit on Realestate.com.kh. Okay. So you sort of
we're trying to give property owners a solution for their property management. Yeah. If not, a lot of times they have to do it for their own. It's all DIY.
So the only one you're cheating out of is the, I think you said this over dinner, is the airline.
Yeah. I mean, who is going to lose some money? I mean, why? Because at a point of time we say, the tech we want to disrupt. We want to disrupt the industry. But I do not want to disrupt the stakeholders. Yes. Because I rather be supplementary and complementary to all the stakeholders, whether is it Realestate.com.kh, whether is it to other developers, whether is it to the agencies, or even to the furniture companies. So with the entrance of these properties, we become the facilitator to facilitate and streamline the property management process, to give value to every individual stakeholders within the property ecosystem. Yeah. So where do we actually make money? We actually make money from increasing the efficiency of the to the owners. But who actually potentially loses money because of the decrease in the need to fly will be the airlines and the hotels.
Yep. I like that. I like that when you said it the other night, so I'm happy I brought it up for the live stream. So I guess the last question is back to the Black Friday property sale. Can we promise everyone that they might be able to snap up one of the last units available at Skyline?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we really look forward to having Skyline on the Black Friday property sale event, because certainly a lot of the projects will be sort of unfinished, 50 to 70% complete. But we're really excited to have Skyline on as one of the completed condos as well, because certainly there's a lot of people in the market that want to buy to live and move in tomorrow, sort of thing. So yeah, we're really excited to work with you on that. I'm excited to see your journey in Cambodia from a tech side. I'm looking forward to working with you on that. But also as a developer, I don't want to give away any secrets I shouldn't. But just looking forward to seeing what you build next. And
you will be the first to know.
Perfect. All right. I think I don't know. It's like when I was sitting there this morning thinking, okay, I'm going to interview Jay, and I've said, on another day you could be interviewing me. Do you have any questions for me on Black Friday property sale? Or?
Okay, but I mean when I was thinking of Black Friday, this Black Friday, I mean this I think is it's a very normal question that all potential buyers will these are these discounts the normal discounts that the developers will give, or is the discounts that they will just give exclusively for this particular event?
Great question. In fact, you can ask me any question you want that you think a buyer is wondering about the Black Friday sale event, because everyone watching will benefit from it. We have said no to some developers that have come to us with their standard discount. Right? Our promise to anyone on that day is that it's the best discount in the market. Sort of never been seen before and never to be seen again, at least within a certain time frame. Sure, if a unit was much cheaper 5 years ago, but that's natural. So yes, we can promise to anyone that's registering to the event and buying a property on the day that we are confident and can almost guarantee that it's the best deal in the market.
Because when I first heard of these, right, the first thought that I had was, we are now able to harness and exploit on the hard work of Tom and his team.
Yeah.
That's why they are using their credits and credentials in the market to get very good discounts for us.
Yeah.
For us as the buyers, the potential buyers, and then we do not do all the shit work. But as from the point of view of the developers, I think a lot of developers are also giving you this discount. It's also in support because of the whole journey. I mean, the developers from Cambodia. I mean, Realestate.com.kh is one of the oldest, I think.
Yeah, the oldest. Yeah.
I mean, as the oldest, or one of the oldest, and also the biggest in Cambodia.
Yeah.
So a lot of developers also take lead from Realestate.com.kh. And that's why I feel that they are willing to give you this discount. So that's why I'm pretty excited to see what are the nice stuff that.
Yeah, I think we're selling and marketing real estate, so definitely don't want this to come across the wrong way. But we wanted to do something to help stimulate the real estate economy during this time too. So I think developers and agents and media platforms, locally and internationally, everyone's got on board and got behind it by saying, sort of, hey, let's offer these guys these discounts. Sure, given our position, we've been able to really negotiate with the developers to make sure we're giving the best discount ever seen. But sort of continuing to promote Cambodia real estate as a whole, even though it is a difficult time. So as you're now playing the role as a potential buyer, do you have, is there any other questions that you might have about the event that might be an unknown?
I think it's a pretty clear cut. It's a pretty clear cut. Pick the better or best.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty clear cut for me. And that's why I said very excited to be participating, to be looking at what is stock to buy.
Yeah.
But is there any limits for developer? Or are you supposed to rush in to buy? Or is it,
Yeah, so great question. The reason, and I know I didn't prep you for any of these questions, but I'm asking you is from a marketing point of view, it's really important for us to get this right. And I know as a Singaporean and exposure to the Chinese market, you've seen these events before, but for a local buyer, this is something completely new. This is why I'm trying to extract this out of you, right? So the way we've set it up is that on the day of the event, and this is why we're doing it with developers, so there's not, they're not one-offs. There's the developer's got a development with 100 units, they have 61 bedroom units, right? So we're not necessarily, we might sell out of the development, but yeah, they're not one-off, so people will be able to buy as, 1 unit or 10 units or 1 unit across, 5 different developments. And the buyer's really reserving that price. They're reserving that discount because we know that, especially in light of the current times where there's travel restrictions, a buyer overseas will want to secure that unit. Yes. But they will want to speak to, or secure that discount, but they will want to speak to the developer and speak to us, speak to the agent about, okay, well, I've reserved my 20% discount for this development. But they'll want, there's sort of, I guess, post-reservation conversations that need to happen for that buyer to follow through to sign the SPA, for example. They'll want to know, are they a developer selling on net or gross area? What are the facilities? They might want to call a developer, review the SPA, for example. Yes. So we've set it up that it is a Black Friday property sale event. It is limited to 4 hours only. And buyers just have to pay a $500 fully refundable fee to reserve that discount. So after the day, Jay, if you buy on the day, you're then in contact with the developer, you're in contact with us, and if you're not completely comfortable with your purchase, we will refund that $500 straight away. Yeah. So you're not buying unit 1002 at XYZ.
So we just choose.
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah. So on the day, we'll have a development-wide guaranteed discount, sort of regardless of payment terms or unit type or floor type, and then we'll have up to 3 additional discounts.
Yes.
Yeah. So there'll be a guaranteed discount. Let's say that's 15%, but a developer might say to us, hey, I really want to move these units on floor 1 to 3. So for some units in a certain development, there might be an additional discount. For example, right. So yeah, but buyers on the day are paying that $500 refundable fee to reserve and to reserve that discount, and then there'll be the post-sale sort of process to getting that buyer to signing the SPA. And we know that a lot of international buyers have probably been here before, and they're probably more than happy to almost sign online. Yes, which was amazing for me. I know I'm being repetitive in my industry leaders webinar series, but and my shareholders, I think, still can't get over this term, and I can't either. But we obviously also work with a lot of Chinese agents and Chinese developers, and I'd say to my team, is the deal done? Is the deal done? They're marketing with us yet? Have you got them on? They said, yeah. They've WeChat signed. WeChat sign, which goes in as a screenshot of the conversation on WeChat, and it goes to accounting. So I'm sure a lot of the international buyers between their affiliate and the developer and us will get people WeChat signing the SPA post the event. Yeah.
So people can how do they pay the $500?
Great question. So we're integrating with ABA, which is very common bank here. So ABA facilitates Visa and MasterCard and UnionPay. So UnionPay is a common, Visa, Master, Union from an international buyer, very common with that. And so are Cambodians now. A lot of Cambodians have their ABA bank account. We are looking to integrate with more payment gateways. It's a little bit of a race against time. I don't want to promise anything, but we should be integrated with at least Alipay by the time of the event. But we're confident with international buyers, if we're talking about the Chinese market, they're at least common to using UnionPay. So that's where we feel safe with that. And if we can build the integration with Alipay, we certainly will. Anyone sort of registering for the events at the moment, I guess the forward warning for certainly the Cambodians, it happened to me, right? Like you get given you set up a bank account, ABA or any other bank, and it comes with a limit on it. So just a reminder to make sure you've got the limit, the $500 there to spend, and that's why we chose this $500.
There's a decent amount.
Yeah. Because.
But is there any time limit for the expiry or the validity of this reservation? That's it.
Great question. Really good question. Yeah. So I have to check the agreements again. We've put 14 days. We know that developers run different marketing at different times, and they're wanting to run this discount at the moment. But in 2 or 3 months' time, when sort of coronavirus is gone, then they're not going to want to hold that discount. It's not fair to their buyers that are buying sort of at that time. Yes. So it is extendable, but it's extendable by the developer. So if you're in Singapore, if you buy a unit on the day, you reserve the price. We think developers will be pretty lenient, given the current the corona situation at the time, because people will want to fly over if they haven't been here to visit the units. But in fairness to the developer, we also don't want buyers expecting to extend that out to 6 months to sign the SPA. Yeah. So there's a period where the developer must hold that price, which is either 14 days or 30 days. And then the developer has the right to say, no, you took too long. But we think in light of the current situation, developers should be pretty flexible with extending that price within reason, right? Yeah, 6 months is way too long. Yes, I understand. So
because if it's 6 months, then people can start doing some selling.
Right, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And we don't want any of that as well. Yeah. We want, this is the first time it's ever happened in Cambodia, an online property sale event. So we want developers, agents, media platforms, and most importantly, buyers to have confidence in it. So, you know what, if the deal doesn't go through, you'll get your $500 back, of course. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. I'm really looking forward to working with you for the Black Friday property sale event and into the future on the PropTech side of things and you as a developer as well. So yeah, it's been my fortune. Yeah, no, it's been really good to get to know you over the years and more recently over the last sort of 6 months or so. Yeah. Thanks for coming to join me.
Thank you.
Webinar. And I think that's it for today. We'll definitely bring you some more guests over the next couple of weeks and trying to update everyone about the Cambodia real estate market sort of amid coronavirus and post-coronavirus. And we'll send out some marketing in relation to who's coming up next week on Friday at 3 o'clock. Try and keep it consistent. Yeah. As hard as it is for me to make sure I'm always available at 3 o'clock on a Friday. But yeah, we'll continue to get sort of other pioneers and industry leaders in for a conversation. And we tried it through Zoom last week, but the technology is
increase your bandwidth of your internet.
We're doing it on Zoom. It's not. We're doing this on Zoom. We're also Facebook live streaming it. But I'm thankful for you coming to the office because we're just trying to minimise the things that can go wrong. Yes. Because my internet connection can be perfect, and you call someone on Zoom, and then their internet's not as good, and then 1 minute my internet's perfect, and then the next minute it's not. So our first live stream was really good, great content, but was difficult because we're relying on 3 different people in different parts of Cambodia. So yeah, so we'll continue to try and do the live streams, bringing the guests here.
I think it's a good setup.
Yeah,
we must good social distancing.
Yes, social distancing is most important. All right, so I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Jay.
Thank you.